Graham McIsaac.
Graham McIsaac. I was hoping, not to have to speak tonight, but I am tired of speaking on this topic, which is why I'd like this to be moved along. But I have to speak to you. So I want to first thank Councillors Peter Lambert and Bill Soprovich for your motion today, which will be supported by the vast majority of West Vancouver residents. We all support improved transit. Unfortunately, the beeline to Dunderave is not the right solution for West Vancouver, with its village atmosphere and mountainous geography, and TransLink haven't provided the numbers that would justify this. There's been much misinformation on this beeline communicated by TransLink, the District of West Vancouver. As a resident of West Vancouver for 37 years, I'm very disappointed that Nigel Malkin and many others have had to spend their own time and money to provide accurate information to the public and to vociferously oppose this, Madam Mayor and Council. Without Nigel's determination and grit, the beeline to Dunderave would indeed have been a done deal. On Saturday, February the 23rd, 300 plus citizens of West Vancouver turned out on a cold and wet Saturday morning, likely the largest protest in the history of West Vancouver, to say yes to improved transit and traffic improvement and road solutions and work for West Vancouver, but no to removal of parking along Marine Drive, no to dedicated bus lanes, no to beeline bus stations outside schools and in quiet residential areas, and no to the beeline beyond Park Royal. You spoke to us all, Madam Mayor, and gave us hope that you were listening when you said, and I quote, "Sometimes it is good to miss the bus because it might be the wrong bus, and we have heard loud and clear that this is the wrong bus." That's what you said to 250 of us. 10 minutes later, you went across, and this is in City News TV, and spoke to 25 pro-beeline supporters and gave them an entirely different message, and then you retracted your statement to all of us in the North Shore News a few days later. This is appalling. You then, in your message to residents, stated, while some have welcomed Madam Mayor, stated, while some have welcomed the beeline services across the North Shore, others have not. With all due respect, Madam Mayor, this shows that you're not listening to the vast majority of West Vancouver residents. This is not a vocal minority, as some people have said here today. They've told you clearly they want the western terminus of the beeline to be at Park Royal. I'm not going to go into all the reasons. They've been given to you in many, hundreds and hundreds of letters that you've received in detail. Empty beeline buses going every day between Park Royal and Dunderave in dedicated bus lanes is not responsible use of taxpayer dollars and certainly does nothing that helps businesses, motorists, cyclists, pedestrians or the environment. Madam Mayor, you've regretted the division in the community over this issue. The division is not within the community, but between yourself, Nora Gambioli, and maybe some other councillors and the community. So please, Madam Mayor and Council, I appeal you, unite your community tonight by supporting the motion by Peter Lambert and Bill Soprovich to commence the necessary work to have Park Royal as the logical western terminus of the beeline. Thank you very much.
Craig Lees.
Madam Mayor, Councillor, that's going to be a tough act to follow. So I haven't heard many comments from this council on how the beeline proposal will affect the safety of our kids and pets, as well as the property values of those who would experience these behemoths traveling past our homes. I expect that may be because they won't be traveling past any of your homes. I've been telling folks for months now that really none of us are safe from this. The first proposal was to take these buses down Haywood Avenue, past an elementary school, playground, kindergarten, daycare, and the homes of probably 75 tax-paying citizens. The uproar was swift and loud, and hopefully that is now off the table, as Mayor and councillors have stated. Please correct me if I'm misstating my understanding of any of this. Sorry. Next, We heard that another option could be to take these articulated buses along Marine Drive, south on 13th Street, along Bellevue Avenue, up 14th Street, and east on Marine, encircling the new Grosvenor building. The next option was for them to turn north on 14th, west on Clyde, south on 15th, and finally east on Marine Drive. This past Thursday, the mayor floated the idea of these buses heading along Marine, up 17th Street, east on Fulton, south on 15th, and then east on Marine to Park Royal. So really, none of us are safe. My suggestion, if we can't keep them out of Ambleside, would be to have them to travel along Marine, north up 16th, past my friend Councillor Cameron's house, to Inglewood Avenue, where they would turn right to 15th Street, take another right down to Marine, and return to Park Royal. This route would allow for the pickup and drop-off of all those West Van employees who are apparently clamoring to take the B line to work, as well as those students willing to take a bus to West Van High. What would your thoughts be on that, Mr. Cameron? What I'm trying to get across to you is that the decision you make surrounding this B-line debacle has ramifications not only for the safety and well-being of our families, but also our homes' equities. Mr. Cameron posted on Facebook today a fluff piece on how he needs to listen to the quiet people in our community and not just the loud taxpayers. Well, I can assure you that my neighborhood is full of quiet people of many ages and races who are actually very against this proposal. So I suggest you actually do listen to all of us, concentrating on those who actually pay your salaries and will be voting in the next civic election. Believe me, this group you are fighting against is not going away. I would also like to take a moment to thank Councillors Lambert and Sarpovich for putting together today's motion, as well as the councillors who will hopefully be voting with them. I would also like to thank Nigel Mulliken for all his efforts in being so steadfast in keeping this stop the road closures train on track. Thank you.